What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans. I am your host, Trent, and I am here to talk to you guys about the Impact versus the UK event from Mediacon. But before we jump into that, I quickly want to tell you guys, follow us at We Talk Impact on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and Total Nonstop Impact on YouTube. The podcast you're listening to here is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and TuneIn Radio. Soon Google Play as well. Working on that right now. Anyway, we're here to talk about the Impact versus UK event that was live at Mediacon. Mediacon looked kind of like a WrestleMania type weekend, WrestleCon, StarCast weekend, but for the UK. And Impact was the featured show on that weekend. So it looked like a lot of fun. It was a lot of Impact talent taking on a lot of UK talent from World of Sport and a couple other promotions around the area. So it looked like a lot of fun. I didn't know any of these talents going in. I didn't know any of these guys. Maybe my fault. I might have been a little bit out of it, but I was really excited to see what was being done. Immediately off the bat, I liked the venue. Some people I heard complain about the lighting. I liked it. It kind of looked like a cool little, like a little nightclub-ish. It was different. That's what I liked about it. It had a different scene to it. But the crowd was hot. The crowd was hot the whole time. And it was cool to see that. It was like everybody was really into things. So I was happy to see that Impact was so welcomed at the event. So it was cool. It was Impact's first time back in the UK in a long time. And it was the UK's biggest wrestling convention from what I understand. So that's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's a good step for Impact to be on this. So lots of cool stuff. There's a lot of great matches. I'm going to break them down really quick. Give a little thoughts. I watched it live on Twitch, on the Impact Twitch channel, which it's streamed live on. So I really enjoyed it. It started off with a three-way X Division match. This was all Impact guys. Rich Swann, Matt Sydal, Trevor Lee. Exactly what you'd expect from all these guys. It was an Impact X Division bonanza. My only problem here was there were so many commercials during all this. I kept getting interrupted by commercials. I later found out, second match in, that I had to link my Amazon Prime account to my Twitch in order to cut the commercials, which I did. But unfortunately for this match, I had a commercial right at the finish. But from what I understand, the finish was extremely... something didn't go right. They said they were about to lead up to something, and it kind of ended abruptly. Swann picked up the win, beating Sydal and Trevor Lee. Not really sure what happened. It was a great match up to that point, but yeah, that stupid commercial threw me off. But so either way, fun match to watch. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna check it out again. I want to see what this abrupt ending is. But yeah, man, from what I understand, Swann wrestled earlier that day too. So this guy's a workhorse, man. He took on Yo. I think it's Yo is how you pronounce it, from Roppongi 3K. And then he finished second in Rev Pro's Fatal 4-Way. So he had wrestled twice that day. So earlier. But yeah, it was Swann's third match that day. So what a workhorse, man. Good for him. That's pretty cool. So, but yeah, Swann picked up the victory. Again, total Impact X Division match. From there, we had I believe these guys are all World of Sport guys. They're all UK talent. I didn't know any of these guys. Never heard of any of them. It was Maxsted and Robbie X, who was a master wrestler, taking on McCluskey and Steel. And this was cool, man. So I'll give first names too. I'm sorry. Adam, also known as Flex Maxsted, and Robbie X, and then Lucas Steel and Jacob McCluskey. Did not even expect this match to be as good as it was. I didn't know anything about these guys. Robbie X, this guy blew me away. What a cool talent. Full energy. These guys went balls to the wall. I think what I loved about this was a clear example of guys who knew they were being seen by an audience that never sees them. And the idea behind this was, we have something to prove here. We got to show people what we're capable of. And they delivered, man. I'm super impressed. Super impressed. They really did a great job with that. I loved Robbie X. I'd like to see more of him. I gave him a follow on Twitter. I tweeted the guy. I told him, hey, I really, really loved it. It was really great. But yeah, Robbie X picked up the victory with the running moonsault. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed these guys. They came out looking real strong, and they got fans. They all have a new fan with me, so I'm super into it. From that, we had Lana Austin taking on Su Yung, our very own Impact Su Yung, Miss Undead Bride. I again didn't know who Lana Austin was. From what I understand, she is a hometown favorite, so people were into her. They were really into her. People were into Sue as well, but the crowd was really into Lana Austin. I guess she's the darling there. She's the beautiful, happy, fun local hero who can work. She was a workhorse. I liked it, and this was fun, man. It was she did good. She held her own against Su Yung, the former Knockouts champion. Sue was all in on this one. I feel like she was really out to show something on this one too. So she went all super hard, which I liked. And the finish came when Young threw a chair into the ring, distracting the ref, and then she hit, the infamous Su Yung mist. She hit the mist in the face, hit the panic switch, boom. No chance, Lana Austin. I'm sorry, but as good as you looked, you cannot can't defeat the panic switch after the mist. That mist will get you. But she looked like a star. She took a hell of a beating from Sue. She looked great in this match. Again, another one who impressed me. After those four guys in the match prior, Lana Austin totally impressed me too. These so far we're off to a good start with new people. So my hope was like, not just me, but other Impact fans watching this are seeing these guys and like, man, they're gaining new fans out of us, because I really loved what I saw. This was different. It was fun. So no, great job thus far featuring the hometown talent. From there, I'm going to say match of the night. And it's LAX is having matches of the night everywhere they go. Any indie they fight for, Impact Wrestling TV. These guys are at the top of the game. I mean, dare I say, the best tag team in the business today. And so here, they had the belts with them, and it was for the title. And it was LAX, and they were being challenged by Jody Fleisch and Jonny Storm. From what I understand, I should have known who these guys were, Fleisch and Storm. I didn't. Again, I'm not too familiar with the British scene, but I'm told they're fantastic, and they're really over. People were super into these two, rightfully so. They busted their ass in this match. They held it up with LAX. LAX side note. They also had a busy Sunday. They were in the British J Cup as well, along with Swann earlier for Rev Pro, and they took on Ring Comp, which was Walter and Timothy Thatcher, and they came from that to this show. So these guys have already went through a beating. I didn't know it was Walter. That guy is tough, double tough, triple tough. This match, you can't even sum it up. You have to see it. I highly recommend everybody go to Twitch. Watch the whole special, but watch this match. It was so damn good that the crowd became unhinged at the back and forth. And then there was the huge... at the end, Santana and Ortiz put Fleisch away with the double... I think it was Street Sweeper. So they finished him off. Double team, took care of it. Title retention. And then the huge show of respect. It went on a little bit long for me. I mean, for my taste. You guys are just killing each other, and now you're just... It was like a little too much sign of respect. I get it. It was like, all right, for the first minute, I was like, all right, guys, we get it. But, I mean, no knock on it. These guys are... I think they were just not expecting to match up that well. And they were super excited. They matched up that well. And they were like, man, maybe they didn't see it coming. And I think it caught everybody by surprise. Tons of fun, though. I loved it. Match of the night. It's hands down match of the night. And one of LAX's best matches of the year. Standing ovation from the crowd. Everybody was going out of their mind for this one. From there, we had Hendry taking on Eli Drake. The man. The greatest man on the microphone in the world today. Drake got a great welcome from Manchester here. I didn't think he would. I thought Hendry would, being a European guy. But people were unhinged for Eli Drake, but why not? But Hendry was booed. I noticed some boos for him. I was like, well, what's going on? But I think maybe Eli doesn't go over the UK that often. So it was, I think maybe people were excited to see him in person, finally. So that was fun. Hendry had a little performance. Again, watch it. I'm not going to do it justice. But watch Hendry. I think that's his shtick. So he performed. But what I liked about this one was that this is a carryover from Impact Wrestling TV in North America. Joe was antagonizing Eli a little bit. So while that feud is kind of dormant now, it's still something. So they carried it over, which I liked. It's kind of cool. So it was fun to have something that actually can feed over from the U.S. or Canada, I should say, North America to the UK. So it's kind of nice. And but yeah, man, everybody was really into Eli Drake. They were chanting along. He was super, super into it. But the finish came with Eli had that gravy train ready to go, and Hendry reversed it, rolled it up. Match over. Hendry took it. It's a big win for Hendry. I was not expecting that. I'm not sure where we're going with that. Maybe the match won't lead into anything else, but Joe looked, he held up, but Eli was the star clearly on this one. The guy's a star in general. I mean, he looked fantastic here too. But a fun match. Everybody was super into it. And from there, you had your semi-main event. You had Moose and Nathan Cruz taking on Eddie Edwards and Justin Sysum. I think it's pronounced Sysum. Two pairs of rivals from two different promotions. Sysum and Cruz are rivals in World of Sport, and Moose and Eddie are now starting their thing. So again, another thing carrying over from North American TV. So it's cool because Moose came out with different music. I don't know if anybody caught that. Moose had different theme music that fit the character. It wasn't the fist pumping Moose. This was something more big money Moose. This was part of the new character. So Moose, the change is in full effect here. The shift is real. So this was interesting, man, to see Moose really kind of get the first display of the new character now, which I liked. But he did good. Moose is so far it's good. It's early as hell, but so far we're good. Great back and forth. A lot of good power spots. A lot of good featured spots. I think Sysum looked fantastic. As did Eddie and Nathan Cruz. Everybody looked fantastic. I'm not gonna. This was matches all on. Everybody was in. But if anybody stood out, Sysum I think stood out very much to me. These guys have a lot going on. There's a lot of potential. I can see these guys making it over to North America, doing something for Impact TV. They had it. These guys have what it takes. As did Fleisch and Storm. I could see all that coming over. But we had Moose, true to the character. He walked out on his partner Nathan Cruz after they're both cornered by a kendo stick wheeling Eddie Edwards, leaving poor Cruz to take that stiff shot. And then Sysum took him out with an aerial, and that was it. Edwards and Sysum defeated Cruz and Moose, but Moose took off. He wasn't. He didn't care. He's not there for to help out Justin Sysum. He doesn't give a damn who that guy is. So, hey, big money Moose. He's in full effect, but Eddie and Sysum take the victory. After that, we're on to our main event. This was out of control. I cringed. I jumped. I yelled. I freaked out. Jimmy Havoc taking on Sami Callihan. I've seen Havoc once or twice. I think he did an Impact spot a few years back. And the man bleeds. And these guys did awful things to each other. They're terrible people. They hate each other. I don't know how they share a locker room. This was brutal. This was brutal. At one point, Sami Callihan just started stapling with a staple gun, stapling pages of a magazine to Jimmy Havoc's body. Head, arms, back. He was a walking newsstand. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. That was early in the match. You had staple guns, chairs, drill bits, lemons. Lemons in the wounds. They pulled out lemons and were pouring lemon juice into the open wounds. This is some sadistic shit. This is ridiculous. And of course, what death match would be complete without thumbtacks? Thumbtacks. This was it. Thumbtacks were poured, and Sami Callihan, that sick son of a bitch, pulled Havoc's boots off, leaving the man to wrestle barefoot in a ring of destruction, namely a ring full of thumbtacks. If you can picture this, if you haven't seen it, there's a spot where Sami's down, and Havoc goes onto the second rope, and he's to do a double stomp onto Sami Callihan, barefoot. There's thumbtacks in the ring. You can imagine where I'm going with this. He moves, and Jimmy Havoc double stomps a pile of thumbtacks. I cringed. I actually yelled, "Jesus Christ!" And I yelled and I freaked. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, man. It was that was bananas. He rolled over. You saw the thumbtacks in his feet. They were all over the guys. That was some sick shit. I don't even know what to make of that. But Sami then took it from there. Sami picks up the victory. It was... what a ridiculous match. I can't even... It was so bloody. It was blood everywhere. There was weapons everywhere. What a disaster. But fun. I mean, if you're a sick bastard too, and you like that stuff, hey, it was fun, man. I enjoyed it. Shit. I'm not going to lie. It was fun to watch. I love Sami Callihan. I'm a big fan of Sami Callihan. I'll watch anything he does. So, hey, it was great when, it was fun when to see just Jimmy Havoc double stomp and then get pile driven for his troubles by Sami Callihan onto those very thumbtacks that were in his feet. Hey, I'm cool with that. I like seeing Sami Callihan destroy people. But, man, it was just so brutal. I'm not, I didn't go move to move, but, there were, God damn it, paper cuts. They're using paper. I forgot to mention that earlier. Paper cuts. They were cutting each other's lips with paper in between the webbing of their fingers. It was just, watch the match. Watch it. See if you cringe. Insane. But this was a good show, guys. I really encourage everybody to watch this. It was a fun show. More of this, please. More partnership shows. They're on a good streak of doing partnership shows. The UK one's great. It was their first time back there in a long time. Good for Impact. Good for the fans. I'm looking forward to more international. Go to Asia. Let's break into Australia. Let's see what we can do here, guys. I'm enjoying it. But anyway, that was the Mediacon show, Impact versus the UK. Impact at Mediacon hashtag. That's a lot of stuff's under that. So if you want to look, take a look. But again, so thanks for joining, guys. This is a quick one. Just want to do a little recap of this show. I appreciate you guys joining. I'm looking forward to one thing like I heard coming out of this that I want to note. Shop Impact North America is merging with Shop Impact UK. And apparently the two of them have different merch. I saw a couple of photos, and there was some stuff that looked awesome that's not available here that I saw just in the at the Mediacon booth. So if they're merging, I can't wait to see some of this cool merch. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. I'm gonna be looking for that too. But anyway, thanks again for joining, guys. Don't forget to follow us at We Talk Impact on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow Total Nonstop Impact on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and TuneIn Radio. Soon Google Play. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell us how you like us, what you want to hear. If you want to be on the pod, talk Impact, we love guests. Let us know. Seriously, tweet us. I'm Trent. You can follow me at Vanilla Joke on Twitter. Connect with me too, direct. We want to get to know you guys. We love just talking Impact with different fans. The show is called Total Nonstop Impact, Impact Talk for Impact fans. So get a hold of us. Thank you guys for joining on the UK recap. If I missed anything, let me know. Tell me how you liked it. Give me feedback. Let's hear it. But more to come. You'll be hearing this drop right before this week's Impact on Pop. So use this as a lead-in. I don't know if they're going to talk too much about it on the Pop show tonight, but use it as a lead-in. Get a little recapped up. See what you think. And but yeah, we'll be back, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Talk to you later.